Good morning and welcome to your practice. We're going to begin lying down. Now, there's a couple of options for lying down because we're doing a shoulder focus. You might choose to lie down in constructive rest, just lying flat on your back, knees bent, or you might prefer, hey Betsy, to be in heart bed, where you have a block at the top of the mat and then you prop your bolster downward. Now, the reason why this can help with shoulder tension is it really does the opposite of what we normally do in the day, which is round forward, despite not wanting to. So this does the opposite. It really opens the pectoral muscles, releases the neck. Now, to make sure your neck is supported, you could use either slow-mo ball or your chip foam block underneath the head. So it doesn't matter which you choose. Just want to make sure that you've got a little bit of space in the back of the neck and a little bit of space in the front of the throat. Good. Now, wherever you're choosing to set up and how you're choosing to set up, let's close the eyes if that feels okay. And we'll invite in a full release of our breath together. So full breath in through the nose. Beautiful. Exhale, sigh it out. You got it. Let it go. Beautiful. Again, inhale through the nose. You got it. Exhale out the mouth. Good. One more breath just like that. Really letting go. That's it. Start now to invite your breath in and out of the nostrils. And as you breathe gently here in and out of the nostrils, find a little bit of space between lips and teeth. See if you might be able to invite in that small, very gentle smile to play on the corners of the lips. And then let's soften even a little bit more into the support. Noticing as I exhale, can I feel the support beneath me? Can I let go of just a little bit of the weight of my world from my shoulders? Can I allow myself to be supported by the earth and the energy of the earth in this moment? Notice if you soften the area of the jaw by releasing lower row of teeth away from upper teeth, you can feel perhaps an extra little softness inside the jaw, which tends to be a little tight. And then you can also try this technique for the neck if you like. It's a very, very subtle movement. What I do is on the inhale, I lift my chin up just about an inch. And then as I exhale, I tuck my chin just a little bit. Now it's very slow, very subtle. On the inhale, I lift up a little bit. On the exhale, I tuck in a little bit. This very soft, gentle movement can help us to release the muscles in the back of the neck, called the neck extensors. And also the area of the suboccipitals right along the base of the skull. And there's this wonderful relationship between the neck and the shoulders when we release the neck. It also allows the shoulders to soften down and away from the ears. Take some time to connect with your breath, and I invite you here to feel your full diaphragmatic breathing. So for that, you'll please breathe in and out of the nose. And feel as you inhale, the belly rise upward, the ribs expand outward to the side. As you exhale, belly draws inward, ribs also gather inward. So feeling on the inhale, there's that expansion, widening and opening. And on the exhale, that very soft, gentle return to center. A technique that can help to release the shoulders is with the arms just a little out to the side, palms face up. Try as you inhale, widening, stretching the fingers out. And as you exhale, try curling the fingers, softening them in just a little bit. So feeling that whole body connection as you inhale, fingers widen, ribs expand. As you exhale, fingers curl and soften, ribs gather in. So that stretching and softening movement of the fingers actually mimics the movement of the ribs, which can help free the breath even more. And further deepen our relaxation, the letting go of that stress that we might be holding in the neck shoulder area. Now, as you continue to breathe just like this, I invite you now to begin to set your samkalpa, your intention for practice today. Now, the samkalpa is like a seed that we can plant in our minds and our hearts. To set your samkalpa, ask yourself this question: what quality would I like to invite into my practice today? What quality would I like to cultivate in this practice today? Today, the answer might be around developing some resilience, or perhaps letting go of something you don't need, or maybe cultivating the present moment awareness of being here right now. Whatever answer for you begins to rise up, to bubble up, begin to set that as your samkalpa, as your intention for practice today. So see that word or that phrase in your mind's eye. And now let's begin to invite in the feeling of that samkalpa, the feeling of that intention through the body. Let's set our samkalpas together with the breath. Please first exhale, release out the breath. Just let it go. Big breath out. You got it. And then inhale, draw your samkalpa through. Exhale, soft, gentle release out the mouth. Let it go. Again, inhale, draw your samkalpa through. Exhale, little release to let go. Yeah, beautiful. One more breath, just like that. Beautiful. So with that samkalpa, that intention set, we'll start to make just a little movement. Start first just with wiggling the fingers a little tiny bit, wiggling the toes. And then we're going to do just a little release here for the head. Try this with me. As you inhale, turn your head as if you're looking over one shoulder. Exhale, head comes back through center. Do the same to the other side. So inhaling as if you're looking over the shoulder, but eyes can be closed. Exhale back through center. Do that 1 or 2 more times. That really soft, gentle release for the neck. Release for the shoulders. Yeah, good. And then as you come back through center, we're going to start some movements with the arms, tensegrity arm movements. Now feel free to change your leg position if you want. At this point, you can either have the knees bent, legs straight, or even ankles crisscrossed if you want to get into those hips a bit more. You can start with the fingertips touching. This is our Hakini Mudra. Elbows are bent. And then as you inhale, reach the arms up over the head, elbows stay a little bent, little stretch. As you exhale, hands come back to the heart. So feeling on the inhale, that rising upward. And make sure the chin's a little tucked. And then as you exhale, hands come back. When we're in this heart bed position, we might even be able to feel that stretch on for the shoulders, for the front body a bit more. Opening up. Yeah. Let's do 1 or 2 more like this. Eyes can be closed, so you really connect with your breath. Beautiful. Yes, you got it. Next time, hands naturally come back to the heart. Take a little pause there. And then we'll do arms out to the side. You can have a mudra, first finger and thumb together if you want. As you inhale, arms go out to the side, little wings. Exhale, flow the arms back together. Soft and gentle little wings flow out. Little wings come back. Good. Feel that movement coordinated with the breath. One of the very good ways we have to connect movement and breath, helping to reduce our stress, helping us to connect with our bodies a little bit more. Next time hands come back together, take a little pause there. You can keep that mudra, bring the backs of the hands back to the wrist points together. We'll work with rotation as you inhale, arms go out to the side, fingers touch down now. As you exhale, palms turn up, hands back together. So on the inhale, palms down. On the exhale, palms up. You might even be able to sense or feel a little movement of the shoulder blades, the scapula. Sometimes when the shoulder muscles get a little bit tight, the scapula don't move quite as well. This is a really wonderful way to mobilize them. You're going to do 1 or 2 more, 1 or 2 more. Yes, you got it. And then go ahead, just bring your arms down by the side. Let your shoulders roll up, back and down, maybe 3 times. Good. And then we'll do one final movement here. Please bend your knees, bring the feet flat on the floor, and then bring those feet really wide, so even wider than that. Reach the arms up, crisscross your forearms. So you make a little basket with your arms, hands catch the opposite elbow. Knees roll over to one side as the arms go to the opposite. There's your exhale. And then you can inhale everything up through center, exhale to the other side. So little windshield wiper knees. Yeah. Now you're in charge, as always, of your movements. You get to decide how deep, how far you go. Getting here a little bit of rotation for the spine, specifically the thoracic spine. That's the part of the spine that's attached to the ribs. You can really release shoulders effectively when we come into rotation. Yeah. And then as you come back through center, take a little pause, change your crisscrossing. So you have opposite forearm on top, and then do a few more. You might notice this helps you get into the opposite shoulder a little bit more. And for many of us, it's our non-dominant shoulder. So great to spend a little bit of time there. Yeah, beautiful. We're going to do one or two more movements. Yes. Excellent. You got it. Okay. And then go ahead, release the arms down. Now we're going to lie flat on our back next. So what I'd like you to do, please, is just remove the props, roll to the side for sit up so you can effectively move your props out to the side. Make sure you still have head support. So it might be that chip foam block that you're using. Have the other props, please, nearby. And then lie back down and give yourself a little cuddle. So you can bring those knees right in towards the chest. Good. And then start some little circles here where you draw half the circle with the inhale, the other half with the exhale. Slow, gentle circles, slow, gentle breath, really massaging into low back. So here we're just warming up the body. Beautiful. Go ahead and switch directions. You got it. Yeah. And then we can go into big hip circles to lubricate the hip joint. So drawing knees out wide and away from each other. And then exhaling them back towards each other and back toward the chest. Nice big full circles. I like to open my mouth, my jaw on the inhale, and close my mouth, my jaw on the exhale. And that's a great way to connect the jaw, the shoulders, and the hips. Yeah. If you haven't already switched directions, take some time to do that. Yeah, really beautiful. Good. And then go ahead, reach up arms and legs, and we'll just point and flex the feet, the hands. So we'll get some nice little cricks and cracks. That's okay. It's just the joints starting to move. And then wave from side to side. You got it. And then circle. So rolling the hands and the feet in one direction, little pause. And then roll hands and feet in the other direction. Good. Now we're going to do a little squeeze, release, squeeze, release, and then shake it all out. Beautiful. Draw those knees back and towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug, a little cuddle. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of core work now. I like to use that chip foam block underneath my pelvis so that the pelvis is just a little bit lifted and supported. If you notice, oh, I still need some head support to feel comfortable, I can absolutely get that for you. Please reach up arms and legs. Bend the elbows a little bit so you can feel the shoulders soften down. Bend the knees a little bit so you can feel those hips soften down. Good, beautiful. We're going to do our opposite arm, opposite leg movement. So please bring that right arm up over the head as you bring left leg away from you. There's inhale. Exhale, shush it back. So audible SH breath, opposite side, inhale. And exhale, shush it back. Beautiful. So we're getting into range of motion with the shoulders and the hips. Also, and you can probably feel this with that shush breath, starting to wake up our deep core muscles that help to support the low back, the mid and upper back. Yeah, you got it. We're going to do another couple like that. Take your time with this. Good. Yeah, beautiful. You've got it. Now let's say one or two more. Yes. Excellent. Okay, and then bring everything back up and give yourself a little pause. So maybe that's knees in towards the chest. Maybe that's feet down for windshield wiper knees. You choose for you what feels best as a little release. Yeah, excellent. Good. Okay, now the next one we're going to do is just working with legs for the moment. So the arms can stay down. Bring the legs up towards the sky. And then try this with me. Knees are just a little tiny bit bent. And I'd like you to bring your left leg just a little out to the side, a little out to the side. Do you feel how you kind of tip over the left a little bit as you do that? Yeah. So press down through your right hand, your right arm to ground you. So using opposite for connection. Take a breath here to inhale and then do a shh. Exhale, bring you back. Let's try the other side. So pressing down through left hand, right leg goes out to the side. Inhale. To find that evenness, press down, bring yourself back. Yeah. Keep going from side to side. See if you can feel that opposite action. So as right leg goes out to the side, we press down through the left to find stability. As the left leg goes out, we press down through the right to find stability. You've got it. Yes. We're going to do 2 more from side to side. That's it. You can probably really feel those abdominal muscles, the transverse abdominis kicking in here. Yes. Excellent. 1 more from side to side. Yeah, beautiful work. Okay, and then go ahead, bring the knees in towards the chest, or do you windshield wiper knees? Excellent. And then we're going to come out of this. So you can bring your feet down, lift your bum up, remove that support. Give yourself a little hug, a little cuddle. Great, you got it. And then please take a little roll over to the side and come meet me on hands and knees. We're going to meet on hands and knees for our spinal waves. Feel free to pad yourself however you need. So it might be underneath the knees, might be underneath the wrists. And then we'll move with our breath as you exhale, round the spine, head drops down. As you inhale, start to find a little arch in your back. Do that a few times, exploring that movement. Great. Yeah. And then we're going to modify this movement to get a little deeper into our shoulders. Please have a little reach for your bolster. Place it in front of you and then place your forearms on top. 2 options for the hand position. They can either face each other or palms down. So you choose what you prefer. I like palms facing each other. And then do that exact same motion. So as you exhale, you're rounding. And then as you inhale, you're coming forward. See if you can feel that movement right through the shoulder girdle. So with the angle changed by being on forearms, we can get a little deeper. And then you can even explore, does it feel okay to kind of come down a little bit as you move forward? Does it feel okay to round back a little bit more, almost like a child's pose as you come back? So getting a little deeper into shoulders, thoracic spine. Yeah, beautiful, good. You've got it. I'm going to do another couple of motions like that. Good. And then what I'd like you to do is just take a little pause in child's pose. Now, what you can do for the shoulders is start by bringing the forehead onto the bolster. You can try this out. It might feel good. And then let the arms just drape out wide, almost like in a Y position. So you feel an extra little stretch in the shoulders. If that doesn't feel good for you, don't do it. You can come into any other position. Now, it might feel good to rock the head a little bit from side to side, just to release out the head, the neck, the shoulders. It might also feel good to rock the hips a little bit. If the knees are tender, though, don't worry about rocking the hips. Yeah, and then we can come a little deeper into a shoulder stretch here. So just lift yourself up. Please bring one arm up. I'm bringing my left arm up and then just feed it through so that you still have that bolster as your head support. The right arm can still drape over it, but the left arm is underneath. And then here, just settle in again. See if you can feel breath come into the rib cage. So really feeling almost an exaggeration of ribs expanding as you inhale and ribs softening as you exhale. And if you want to have a little bit more of a shoulder stretch, you can reach the right fingers and walk them forward a little bit. Yeah, you've got it. Take another full breath here, in and out. Yeah, beautiful, good. Now go ahead as you're ready, bring yourself up. And then you can feed the opposite arm, the right arm, down and through. So here we're taking some time to soften into our practice. Really releasing. Good. Good. Yeah. Beautiful. Take another few breaths here, feeling that breath come into the rib cage. You've got it. Maybe even walking those fingertips forward if it feels okay. Yeah, excellent. And then come back to that symmetrical child's pose. One more breath. Yeah, excellent. Good. Now from here, my friends, we're going to come right down onto our tummy. So you can bring that bolster out of the way, come all the way down. And as you come all the way down, please crisscross your forearms. Okay, we're gonna do our toe tucking, heel tugging. So this is great for stability in the back and to help our glutes engage. Start with the right toes, tuck them under. As you inhale, tug the heel back. You feel a stretch in the hip, kneecap lifts. Exhale, untuck top of the foot onto the ground, toenails on the ground. Keep the legs straight, inhale, lift it up. Good, exhale, lower it down. Other side, left side, tuck the toes under, inhale, tug heel back. Exhale, untuck top of the foot onto the ground. Inhale, leg comes up. Beautiful, exhale down. Other side, right toes tuck under as you inhale, tug it back. Exhale, untuck top of the foot onto the ground. Inhale, right leg up. Good, exhale down. Left side, last time, toes tuck under. Tug heel back as you inhale. Exhale, untuck top of the foot onto the ground. Inhale, leg up. Good, exhale down. Go ahead, turn your cheek to one side, bend the knees. Let the lower legs just sway a little bit from side to side. Yeah, good. Okay. Now from here, we're going to come into a little bit of a cobra flow. So really great for strengthening our shoulders. Legs come down and they can be as close or as far apart as feels good for you. We're all a little different. Slide the hands back, elbows are bent. Now spread your fingers as much as you can. And before we even come up, see if you can feel the elbows tug back a little bit. That helps to engage the lower shoulder muscles. Now, as you inhale, please lift yourself up. So chest is up, gazing forward. As you exhale, tuck the chin lower down part way. Now tug back through the elbows. Inhale, come onto the fingertips, finding that strength. Tug the elbows back. Good, exhale, lower down. We're gonna do two more of those. Inhale, please lift yourself up, rolling up. Exhale, tuck the chin, lower down part way. Inhale, come onto the fingertips or lift palms up by tugging elbows back. Exhale, lower down. Last one, let's inhale, start to lift up. Exhale, tuck chin, lower down part way. Inhale, come onto the fingertips or lift up the palms. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Please crisscross your forearms the other way. Turn your cheek to the other side, lower legs sway from side to side. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna do just a little bit more of a release for our back. So your choice here, you can stay here or slide hands back, come on to hands and knees for child's pose, or come up for downward facing dog. We're not quite coming up to standing yet, just so you know where we're going. I'm going to spend a little bit more time seated on hands and knees. Good. That's it. However you are, please take another full breath like that. Yes. Excellent. Okay. And then what I'd like you to do, please, is come and meet me in a comfortable seat. So it doesn't matter how you choose to sit. You can sit cross-legged or on your knees or however you want. Have a strap nearby. We will be using it in just a moment. Okay. Now, I'd like to start with a little shoulder release. Fingertips on the shoulders, these are called, yeah. As you inhale, bring the elbows forward. Exhale, bring them back and down. Now, try and move really slow. So you can almost feel like those elbows move towards each other. They won't touch probably. And then back and down. And really normal to find some sounds. Is anyone getting any? Like little cricky, cracky sounds? They're okay. Yeah. And then go the opposite way. So what you might be able to feel and notice if you can you feel movement of the shoulder blades, the scapula a little bit? Yes, we're finding a little bit more freedom. Let's do one or two more. Yeah, excellent. Okay, and then just bring those arms down. Roll shoulders up, back, and down. I'm going to do our cow face arm stretch. So strap. I'm going to bring it over, please, your right shoulder, just like a little tail. I'm going to bring in a little tail. Now, that right elbow, nudge it up, coax it up. And it's okay if it doesn't point all the way up. You're just going to wherever feels okay. Now, left arm comes behind you, palm down, reach back for the strap. So just to show you from the back, we're coming to something like this, but you can also nudge them closer together, but please don't force it. Really important, okay? Now, take some time first just to tuck the chin a little bit and see if you can feel the gentlest, and by gentle, I mean like 30% of effort, please, tugging away as if you're tugging the top strap up and the bottom strap down. Does that make sense? I'm going to try that on an exhale. So take a nice full inhale. As you exhale, gentle tug. Yes. Try that again. Inhale. Exhale, gentle tug. Beautiful. One more. Yeah, you got it. Okay, release the strap down. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. And just see how that affected the neck and shoulders. You can lean ear to shoulder just to see. That cow face arm stretch that can be so good for the shoulders. If you're finding, yeah, it's a little bit tight, use the strap. It doesn't need to be close, but it's so good for it. Okay, other side. So the little tail goes over the left. I'm going to nudge that left elbow up. And here's where we notice, oh yeah, we're really different from side to side. Palm down, reach back for the end of the tail. So we're not forcing it. For me, this is my side that's a little tougher. So I'm going to be really gentle on myself. Tuck the chin. Now find that gentle tug of the strap. And if this is your side that's a little tighter, maybe we do like 10%, yeah, of effort. Take a breath to inhale. Exhale. You can do a little tug. Try that 2 more times, just finding a little opening here. Yeah, good. One more. Yeah, really beautiful. Okay, undo, take that strap down, shoulders roll up, back, and down. Gomukhasana, or cow face arms. So all of the poses have a Sanskrit name. So Gomukh is cow, and well, Mukha is face, but Gom is cow. And somehow Gomukhasana, which the full one is like this, but then you do something with your legs, they say it looks like a cow face from the side. I've been practicing close to 30 years, never seen it myself. But that doesn't mean that it's not that. It is. That's what they say. Okay, come on to hands and knees. Okay, we're going to do a little bit for strengthening our rotator cuff muscles here. As you come on back down, just do a couple of those cat-cow curls that you've done before, those spinal waves, just to warm up into the spine. Now, sometimes we do opposite arm and leg movement from here. Today, we're going to focus on just the arm to work on our shoulder strength. So find neutral. And then what I'd like you to do, please, is take a bit more weight into the left hand, right knee. Left hand, right knee. So as if that right hand could become a little lighter. Does that make sense with a diagonal connection? Yes. And then go ahead, slide your right arm forward. Turn the palm so thumb is pointed up. And then lift that arm in front of you. It does not need to be very high. Okay, here we go. There's our inhale. And then exhale, bring it back. Elbow draws in. Try that again. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, shush it back. Good. 2 more like that. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, shush it back. Beautiful. 1 more. Inhale, forward. Good. Exhale, shush it back. Okay, take a little pause. Maybe your wrists need a little release. Maybe the knees need a little release. So either child's pose or maybe rolling your little wrists out. Yeah, and Diane, you can absolutely do this on the tummy, yeah? Bring that arm forward. Beautiful. Okay, come on back. Find your neutral spine. Now, we're going to lift up the left hand. So which hand do we need to press down on a little bit more? Right. And which knee? The left. You got it. So let's bring that left arm, let it be light. Walk it forward. As you do, turn, rotate, palm turns in. Okay, here we go. There's our inhale. Exhale, bring it back. As you inhale, reach forward. Beautiful. Exhale, shush it back. I'm going to do 2 more. Go with your breath. Yeah, beautiful. So we're strengthening the muscles of the shoulder really gently as we do this. Good. Last one. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Once again, take your little release. So it might be wrist rolls. It might be bringing the backs of the hands onto the ground. Might be child's pose. Yeah. Beautiful. Now we're going to slowly transition from downward facing dog into a standing forward fold, but take your time. So you can come up through hands and knees, tuck your toes under, slowly lean back to lift up, and then walk your little dog from side to side. Good. Yeah. Take another breath or two. You can even wiggle your hips, sort of wagging your tail. Now, as you're ready, we're going to slowly come to standing forward fold. So walking hands to knees or feet to hands. Bring the hands onto the thighs, elbows out to the side. As you inhale, come up to a halfway position. Exhale, shoulders roll back. Good. Now we're going to come up through chair. So please sink down with your bum. Lift up with the arms. Take a pause there. Exhale, widen the arms. Beautiful. Come all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, hands to heart. Lovely. Okay, have a little bit of a shake out. Great. Now we're going to do a little rolling of our feet first. You can for sure grab a chair for support, or you can hang on to the wall if you want. You can use your dowel if you prefer to use a dowel for foot rolling too. And let's start with a little roll up and down. Yeah. So I've been talking quite a bit about this in the summer months. We tend to wear less supportive shoes. Yeah, that's fine. However, what that means is we need to spend a little bit more time attending to our beautiful feet. So foot rolling is a wonderful way to do this. The bonus is when we roll out our feet, it releases the line of fascia that starts in the plantar fascia, the sole of the foot, goes up the back of the leg, back of thigh, low back, and terminates in the back of the neck. Isn't it cool? So pretty much, if you're over the age of 12, you've got some pain in your back line. So foot rolling would be really helpful to do. Okay, what we're gonna do is just roll out specifically our little toe knuckles. So what I mean by that is let your toes hang off the edge of the ball. Do a little roll from side to side and see if you can notice these toe knuckles. If you have 5 toes, you have correspondingly those knuckles that go with it. And if you feel okay bending forward, if it's okay to have pressure in your head, you can, and just do a little massage on the top of the foot. These large foot bones, they're called the metatarsals in the majority of where the foot is. They can get a little sticky, which can increase things like bunion or other interesting foot things that happen. So if we do this, it helps to release that. Take another breath. Okay, if you're bent forward, slowly come on up. Stand on your own 2 feet. Look straight ahead, chin level to the ground, shoulders roll up, back and down. If you feel okay with closing your eyes, you can try that. If you don't, please keep them open. Reach the arms up over the head and just see where the fingers connect. And you might notice a difference on the side that we rolled out. Take another breath, reach those arms up just a little bit more from the shoulders. And then exhale. Release. Let's do the other side. You can grab your ball, little massage. Little up and down, side to side. You do whatever you want to get into where feels good for you. And as you do, notice those shoulders might creep up. Yeah, so we're gonna roll them back and down. Yes, I'm not the only one. Good. Yeah, that expression of the weight on your shoulders, it's really true, huh? Yeah. Okay, my sweet friends, we're gonna spend some extra time with our little toe knuckles. Little side to side. Good. And if you're comfortable with it, you can bend forward. You can do a little massage on the top of the foot. Yeah, take another breath or two. Beautiful. Okay, if you're bent forward, slowly, slowly come on up. Roll the ball to the side. Pardon me, bring it off the mat. And once again, let's have that little check-in. So chin level to the ground. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Reach the arms up. See where the fingertips connect. And then from there, if you want, you can reach up just a little bit more. Then exhale and down. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to come into a warrior A flow. Let's please have the right foot forward, step your left foot back, bend into that front knee. And you can have a generous stance if it feels okay for you. What I mean is wide, only if it's okay. The other thing that'll help you for stability is that front right foot. You can heel toe it out to its own side of the mat, and that just gives you lots of space for your hips. Now we're going to work with shoulders here and strengthening into the shoulders. Let's start by lifting those arms all the way up. Yeah. And then try this with me. Wiggle through your fingers. Bring the arms in a little bit more of a Y position. Yeah. And then inhale, reach arms out to the side and up. As you exhale, bend them a little bit more down. Try that again. Inhale, reach up. You can even straighten your knee. And then exhale, revenge on down. Yeah, let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching up and out. Exhale, bend. Beautiful. 1 more. Inhale. Yeah, you got it. And exhale. Lovely. Okay, bring the arms down. I'd like you to please shorten your stance. So bring in that back foot a little bit. We're going to work with a balance of warrior C, bend into your front knee. Now, before we come into the balance, let's find some stability. Lift up your toes. Release them back down. Good. And then as you're ready, start to take a bit more weight onto that front leg. Come onto the back tippy toes. Hands can be on the hips. Start to lift up the back leg. Good. Breathe as you do. Options to bring the arms out to the side or forward if you prefer. Take 1 more breath exactly as you are. Good. We're going to step forward back to our Tadasana, back to mountain pose. Good. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Give a little bit of a sway. Good work. All right, other side. So left foot forward, right foot back. You might again give a generous stance, but heel toe that front left foot out to its own side. Bend into the knee, soften your shoulders back. Okay, we're going to do a slightly different one for shoulders. This helps to build strength of the rotator cuff. I'm going to bring arms out to the side into cactus arms. And the way that we build the strength is we're going to bring the elbows together and then bring them out. Yeah, exactly so. Okay, and then we can straighten our front knee. Let's try it as you inhale. Elbows together, straighten front knee. Exhale, open. That's it. Go with breath. You can do this as many times as you want. This movement can be so healing for the shoulders. Yeah, beautiful. Let's do a few more. That's it. Doesn't matter what pace you go at. You're following your own breath. Good. Got it. Last one. Good. Okay, come back to that warrior A position, front knee bend, arms down, shorten your stance. You can bring in your back foot a little bit. Look down at your front foot. Hands can come onto the hips. Lift those toes up and down. Getting ready to change our balance. So we're balancing on that front foot. Tip your weight forward. Come onto those back tippy toes. And as you feel steady, start to lift up the leg. Option to change the position of the arms, but you don't need to. Good. We're going to take another full breath in and out. Last full breath in and out. Good. And then step forward into your Tadasana. Good. Let the shoulders roll up, back and down. Exactly. Yes. Well done. Great. Okay. Now, a couple of other things I want to do for shoulders. The next one is side plank at the wall. Don't worry, we're not doing side plank on the ground. It's on the wall. So side plank is where we bring the fingers just about shoulder height. So what I mean by shoulder height is it's not up high. It's not down really low. It's literally shoulder height. Go ahead, find a wall. Yeah, find a wall. And Lauren, yeah, Rhonda, I know you can move back a little bit and then for sure you won't be in camera, I promise you, yes. I remember from before. Okay, now with your hand on the wall, hand on wall, I'm gonna pretend that I'm on a wall. I'd like you to please spread your fingers. Roll the shoulder up, back and down, and then notice here, you can press into the fingertips. You can also press a little bit into the base of the thumb. So we're not putting too much weight into the wrist. Does that make sense? Yeah? And then start to walk away from the wall just a little bit. So the hips are at an angle. Now what you're going to do, please, is take a full inhale. And then as you exhale, keeping yourself on this angle, bend the elbow a little bit. Good. And then inhale, push away. And exhale, lower down. Good. Again, inhale, push away. Exhale, lower down. That's it. We're going to do 3 more. Take your time. Good. Beautiful. Really use the feet as well. Notice that outer foot can help you. That's it. 1 more. Good. Your elbow goes back when you do that. Let me take a little look. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Give a little shake out. Oh, okay. So can you rotate down
Like that?
Yeah, is it okay to touch? Yeah. I'm going to bend. Move a little closer. Let's take some pressure off. There we go. There. That's it.
I have no strength there.
Yeah, it does. This is why we're building the strength there. Yeah, it's interesting, huh? So Betsy was finding it challenging to find the elbow pointing down because it engages different muscles, huh? Yeah. So we want to be pretty kind of technical with the alignment so it can really get in there. Yeah, give yourself a little hug. Yeah. Good. Have we done both sides? Good. That's really good, Rhonda. Good. Excellent. Shake it all out. Now, the thing that I like about doing it at the wall rather than on the ground, I'm going to show you, but please don't feel like you in any way need to do this. On the ground, it's so hard to lift up our body weight. It can be tricky to get the correct alignment, and then it kind of jams the shoulders. But at the wall, we have just a little bit more space. Yeah, good. Just give another little bit here too. Good. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do 2 more balance movements. So you can come on back to your mat. This next one is for getting into our gluteus medius. I was speaking earlier about our glute medius side, but if it's a little sleepy, I don't like to say weak because it sounds mean. If it's a little sleepy, the IT band, the iliotibial tract can get a little tight and pull things out of alignment. So here's what it is. Go wide on your mat. Now, what you're going to do, and yeah, you can step off your mat. Your feet don't need to be on the mat. Some of you have done this with me before. We're going to bend into one knee. So I'm bending into my right knee. And then I'm going to bring myself up onto the left tippy toes. Good. And then bring the tippy toes, the heel down. Go to the other side. And the same things. Now, what I'd like you to do is just start to navigate from side to side so that you feel a little flow, dare I say grace, as you're moving from side to side. Arms can be in any position at all. Good. Yeah, you can swing them. Absolutely, you can. Yeah, you do whatever you want. Okay, so this is starting to warm up our side glutes. Good. So we've got a little flow. Feeling pretty good. We're ready to add on more. Okay, come on back. Now, this next bit, I like to do hands on hips, but if you want to sway, that's totally fine. I'm going to bend my knee. I'm going to come onto the tippy toe, but now I'm going to lift the leg up. And then I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to go to the other side and lift up. Good. Now let's see, how can we bring the breath in? So we inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Go gently. And then as you start to feel perhaps a bit more balance, maybe you go, oh yeah, I could maybe swing again. No pressure though. And whatever you're doing, doesn't matter how it is, it doesn't matter. Now, when we balance to the side and lift up, the gluteus medius is working hard. You can probably start to feel this. Good. Yeah, beautiful. One more from side to side. You've got it. And then come on back down. Have a little check-in. You can take your hands onto your hips and roll out. You are pulling up a little bit when you're doing that, Rhonda. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, no question. So the other reason besides the IT band, why it's important, sometimes we get knocked off balance from side to side. And if these gluteus medius muscles aren't robust and responsive, we can really get knocked off. But if we build them up, we build up our resilience for our balance. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, come on back. Now we're going to do balance. We may have done this last week, but as I stated earlier, it's very difficult for me to remember things. Yeah. Now, block goes beside your left foot. Okay, now I'm gonna work with our arms for, let's look at the feet first. Okay, bring your left foot onto the block. Okay, and then, so we're just starting to work with a little imbalance, and let's get into our glute med first again. Come onto the tippy toes. Good, and then come on back down. So can you feel how the hips are unbalanced here? But as you come onto the tippy toes, they are balanced. Okay, good, one more. Okay, now you're ready for the advanced variation. Here we go. Yes, you absolutely are. Come on up. Now, this foot's gonna float so that it's balancing. Take another breath. Come on down. Try it again. Come on to your tippy toes. You can use support too on. Don't feel like you need to be a hero without support. You can use a wall. And then come on back down. So the idea is we're trying to get balanced hips from side to side. You can lift the knee. Sure. You don't need to be straight. Yeah. The idea is just to get to even hips. Good. And then come down. Let that be done. You only need to do a few. Roll out your sweet little hips. Good. If you feel soreness on the hips, that is okay. It's muscular soreness. It just means that they're waking up. Okay, to the other side. Okay, so first just coming onto tippy toes. So we can feel, oh yeah, that's more or less even from side to side, more or less. Yeah, and you all know where we're going, so you just go there whenever you want. You can lift up, and you can for sure bend the knee. Yeah, it doesn't need to be straight. It's all about the hips. We want those hips to be even. You got it, Betsy, absolutely. Yeah. Good, that's it, Lori. Yeah. Let's do one or two more. Good. Last one, nice stand. Good, that's it, Lauren. Come on down. Roll out your lovely hips. Good. So if you're wondering, in the summertime when we're closed for a month, what could I do to make sure that I get these really strong hips? You can do that. Or when you're in your kitchen waiting for your tea, something like that. Just go a little from side to side. And it can just be 30 seconds. We call it a yoga snack. Okay, a yoga snack. Okay, block to the outer part of your right foot. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Ah. Okay, reach your arms out to the side. And just like wings, bring them down. Reach the arms out to the side. Just like little wings, bring them down. One more time. Okay, now we are next gonna cross the left arm over the right arm for eagle arms. Yeah, you can either bring the palms together, backs of the hands, or give yourself a hug. So we're all a little different. Bend your little knees again. Now look down at that right foot, look down at the block, and your aim is to come onto left tippy toes, and then step. Bring your left foot onto the block. Yeah, and then again, bend the knees a little bit more. Yeah, left toes, yeah. Probably not the whole foot, huh? Now, as you're here, you have the option to curl a little bit down and then lift a little bit up. Curl a little bit down. This is great for getting between the shoulder blades, the rhomboid muscles. Yeah, and one more. And then if you think, I could maybe balance for a millisecond without the block, you can try it out. Take another breath. Good, and then bring the foot back onto the block. Bring the foot back down to the ground, and then fly your little wings again. About 3 times. Great. So that area between the shoulder blades, the rhomboids, they can get really, really tight. This is one of those stretches that's so good for it. Okay, other side. So that your block goes to the left. Now, let's try it the opposite way. So before we did arms first and then we did legs, let's see what it's like the other way, just for some fun. Legs first, we bend into the knees. Yeah, Lori's already there. Let's join. The right foot comes onto the block. Bend into your knees and settle in. Okay, now you can let those arms go up and down a couple of times, and we're crossing same arm as leg. So it'll be the right arm crossed over the left. You can find either a little hug or backs of the hands or palms together, and then try a little curl down. And a little lift up. Maybe you do that 2 or 3 times. Yeah. And then if you want, you can see, oh, what would it be like just for a millisecond to balance on that standing foot? You might take another wee breath. Yeah. And then you can bring the foot down, bring the arms down, bring the foot all the way down, fly your little wings. Ah, beautiful work. Good. You got it. Okay, my friends, we are going to flow ourselves down towards the ground so you can clear off your mat. Stand up towards the top of the mat, hands at the heart. As you inhale, raise those arms up, lift up through the heart. Exhale, dive forward, hinge at your hips. Inhale up part way. Beautiful. As you exhale, come on back down. From there, go ahead and step back, either hands and knees or high plank position. We're going to lower ourselves down to the ground. Take a breath to inhale. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down. I'm going to do a little bit of a cobra flow here, 3 cobra flows. As you inhale, start to lift the chest up, looking forward. As you exhale, tuck the chin, lower down part way. Tug back through those elbows, come onto the fingertips, inhale. And exhale, come all the way down. 2 more like that. Inhale, start to float up, shoulders roll back. Exhale, tuck chin, lower down part way. Inhale onto the fingertips or tug elbows back. You can lift up hands. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Last time, flow with your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down part way. Inhale onto fingertips or lift hands up. Good. Exhale all the way down. Beautiful. From here, you can slide your hands back, push up through hands and knees. Choose either child's pose or downward facing dog. Good. So any position that feels good for you to have a little rest. You're going to start to cool down, move towards our rest in the next little while. So take some time with your breath just to feel breath moving through the body. You might even nod the head a little up and down or shake the head a little bit from side to side. Yeah, beautiful. One more breath here, in and out. Ah, lovely. Okay, as you're ready, go ahead and come and meet me in a seated position. Now you can sit. I love a bolster because I really love cush and height, but you can sit however you want. I'm going to choose cross-legged. We're going to do a little bit of a twist so we can get into that thoracic spine again. So right hand, please reach it over towards the left side, maybe the knee. Left hand can come behind you. So you're not twisting much yet, you're just getting there. Now, we're going to think about the bottom ribs. This is where we twist from. Take a big breath to inhale. And then as you exhale, twist from the ribs a little bit over towards the left. Inhale, lift up long. Exhale, shoulders roll back, so twisting a little bit more. Inhale, lift up long. If it's okay for your neck, you just tuck the chin a little bit and turn the head as if you're looking over that left shoulder. Now, option here with that back hand, it can stay where it is, or you can lift it up. Bend at the elbow, bring the hand to the low back area. You can also, with that front palm, that right palm, you can either have it face down or turn the palm up for a bit more of a shoulder stretch. However you are here, just find some softness in your jaw. Feel that breath move through the ribs. Take another full breath just as you are. Good. As you inhale, please lift up long through the spine. Exhale, very slowly untwist. You got it. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. If you're cross-legged and you want to switch, you can. We're going to go to the other side. Left hand goes onto the right leg, knee. Right hand behind. Take a full breath to you. Inhale, thinking about bottom ribs. Exhale, gentle twist from the ribs. Inhale, lift up long. Exhale, shoulders soften back and down. Inhale, lift up long. As you exhale, with chin slightly tucked, turn the head, if it's okay on the neck, around that right shoulder. Options here, you can stay as you are to breathe, or you can lift up that bottom right hand, bend at the elbow, bring the hand to the low back. Another option with that front palm, it can turn up if you want. Now, however you are, feel a little softness, so maybe it's even coming out of it just the tiniest bit to find a bit more softness. Take 2 more breaths just as you are. Feeling breath in ribs, openness through the spine. Now let's inhale to lift up long through that spine. Exhale. Slowly, slowly undo. Beautiful. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. Great. Now we're going to lie down from here and move gently towards our rest. If you want to have a sip of water, this is a great time for that. What will you need as you lie down? You'll need, please, your massage balls and maybe your bolster as we come towards rest. Now, I'm going to start with some shoulder massage. I've got my foam chip block here and soft balls. If you have the larger balls, you're going to use a higher head support. Now, where do they go? Let me try and get my hair out of the way so I can show you. They're going to go up. If you were to reach for the top back of your shoulder where it feels like concrete, but it's actually muscle, that's where it's going to go on either side. If you're unsure, if you're in studio, I'm really happy to come around to help you. Head support is really helpful because if our spine is in neutral, our head is in neutral, it helps to release the shoulder muscles a little bit more. If as you come on down, it feels just like too much feedback to have the massage balls there, they do not need to be there. We can just do this movement without massage balls. Now start first with just simply moving the head from side to side. And you might notice, legs can be in any position. As you simply move your head from side to side, oh, there's some feedback that happens in the shoulders. So you can even change the position of the arms. Maybe they go into cactus arms. And you can notice even more, oh yeah, as I move the head. Now we are possibly, some of us, teetering on that fine edge between pleasure and pain. I'd like you to check in with your breath and notice that it's still full. If it's not, those massage balls maybe need to be moved a little higher up or out to the side a bit more. If it still feels amazing and you think, I want more, you can come into any of those movements we did at the beginning of class. For example, fingertips together, elbows bent, arms gently moving up and down, tensegrity arms. Or arms out to the side, little bird wings. Or option 3, basket arms crossed from side to side, maybe even the knees move as well. So truly doesn't matter how you're moving, but my encouragement to you here at this point is really tune in with the breath. Tune in with this idea that I am releasing, I am letting go of tension. If we go too far, too deep, we will actually do the opposite. We'll build up tension. So no worries if you want to move things around, you want to change your movement at all. Diane, can I help you with that bolster? Where would you want it to be? Yeah, high up or low? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And let the jaw also be soft. Maybe it opens and closes. Yeah. Thinking softness and release. Yeah, so beautiful. Good. I'm going to take another couple of breaths. Great, Lori. I'm going to give you a little head support here. Great. Now you are welcome, as always, to massage for just as long as you want. And that's always an invitation for your Shavasana to continue massaging if that serves you best. But it might also be that you feel like, oh, I feel pretty released now. I'm feeling pretty ready for my rest. Maybe I just need to do another motion, like bring knees in towards the chest for a hug or a little windshield wiper knees. For any of you in studio who'd like a little support setting up for your Shavasana, options are, of course, to extend the legs with bolster underneath, or you might prefer to have a chair underneath the lower legs. This can be great for releasing the low back. Or in fact, you might choose, oh, I'd really like to go back to that heart bed. So you can go into whatever position you want. I'm going to be attentive walking around. You let me know if there's anything at all that you would like. I'm going to move this chair a little bit so we can even you out a little bit. Can I move your legs? Is that okay? There. Okay, that's even. Great. Now, however you are, Let's go back to the breath. Nice, full breath in. And then full releasing breath out. Finding that soft, full breath. That soft, gentle release. Good. Let it go just as you are. See if you might be able to draw your awareness as you did before into the jaw. Just to feel a little bit of softness inside the mouth. Letting that lower jaw release away from the upper jaw. Creating space inside the mouth. And you might even once again do that very slow, subtle movement of the head up and down. Very gentle release for the neck and the shoulders. And then go ahead and let it go again. Sighs can be so helpful for releasing the shoulders. Letting go of that tension. Let's take another few full breaths. Another few full breaths, just exactly perfectly as you are. And then take a little bit of time to draw awareness back to the breath again. Full breath in and full breath out. And then start to take just a little bit of time to move the body. So you can wiggle the fingers a little bit, wiggle the toes, let the head, the neck roll just a tiny bit from side to side. And then as you feel ready, no rush, but as you feel ready, start to come back into your body with stretches, with movements, with releases that feel good for you. So maybe you do a big yawning stretch. Maybe you bring one or both knees in towards the chest. See what feels good for you. Just move intuitively. See what feels good for you. Good. And then we'll start that transition towards a seated position. Take a little roll over to the side. You can spend a couple of breaths there if you like. And then as you feel ready, go ahead and push yourself up. Come into any comfortable seat that feels good. You might sit on your bolster or something else. Invitation here to bring the hands to the heart for the eyes to softly close. We can close our practice with 3 shared breaths. So first exhale and release the breath. Just let it go. And then inhale, breathe deep into the space of the heart. Exhale, soft sigh out the mouth. Again, inhale into the heart. Exhale, soft sigh out the mouth. And one more breath, just like that. Please softly bow your head over your fingertips. You're symbolically releasing thoughts of the mind into the space of the heart. So infusing all thoughts with the qualities of the heart: love, compassion, and forgiveness. Let's take another breath, lifting the heart to the mind, And then as you exhale, slowly peel open your eyes, softly lift your gaze. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming today.